Good evening, I'm KHULM Meteorologist Chris Ramirez. We have had a sweltering hot day and actually a sweltering hot week, and that's going to be the case at least as we head into our weekend. Heat index still ranging between 100 to 108 for Saturday and into Sunday. However, we are going to be tracking a pretty weak cold front that's going to have some showers and storms with it heading into Saturday. And then we're taking a look at the tropics and what to expect as we head into August. So as far as your weekend forecast, heading into Saturday, we're going to still get up to about 99 degrees, but there is going to be the possibility for late afternoon storms heading into around maybe 5 to 7 p.m. And then Sunday, rain chances clear out. We're going to be back to sunny and hot conditions with high temps at 99, overnight lows in the 70s. But this is just looking across the state of Texas. You're not going to be able to escape this sweltering heat, especially if you are heading out this weekend. Radar is showing mostly quiet conditions across most of the state, but take a look at what's happening out in the Panhandle. We have that frontal boundary, the one that I was just talking about, that weak cold front. It's actually spawning off a few strong storms across portions of the Panhandle. As that system continues to move southward, we will start seeing that bring us our share of storm chances as it approaches the Houston area. Just keep in mind that we are not expecting any significantly cooler temperatures. We're just going to see this little disturbance move southward and bring us the chance for showers and storms, mainly between the hours later in the Saturday evening hours. And so once that front makes its way into the Houston area, we will see those northerly winds, but we're still going to be mostly hot and humid. This is taking a closer look at the rain potential for our future track model. Might see maybe this spawn off a few showers and storms. Important thing to note here is that once we warm to pretty hot conditions, especially during the afternoon hours, when you combine that with the disturbance that's making its way into our area, the daytime heating, the hot temperatures, that does a really good job at fueling storm activity, and they could cause maybe a strong storm or two in some locations as we go into tomorrow evening and afternoon. So just keep in mind that most of tomorrow is going to be clear and sunny, but we do have a chance for maybe some storms to make their way into our area between the hours of 5 and 8 p.m. And then once that frontal boundary clears the area, it's going to really be quiet and mostly clear for the overnight hours, and really not expecting any rain chances for Sunday. But taking a look at the forecast rain totals, we don't have to worry about any flooding concerns. We're just maybe going to get a tenth of an inch of rain in some locations, especially for tomorrow evening. But this is all a part of that heat dome that's retreating back off towards the west. It opens the doors for disturbances like that heading into this weekend. So we're going to get some slight relief from this heat dome that's been bringing us the sweltering conditions. But just keep in mind that this is usually the hottest time of the year for Houston and of course for Texas as well. If you're heading across the state, you're not going to be able to escape these 99, 100 degree temperatures, especially for central Texas, upper 90s for Dallas. I know people in Austin and Dallas love to complain about the Houston humidity, but just keep in mind it's going to feel like this all across the Lone Star State going into the next few days for our weekend. But as a live look right now, we are looking at still hot conditions as we approach closer to 7 p.m. 97 feeling like 102, south winds at 7 miles an hour for this evening. I think for the most part, even though you're going to see those temps get down to the upper 80s, it's still going to feel hot and just muggy out there as that humidity just really not going away anytime soon. Overnight temps dropping into the 70s. These are the temperatures you're going to see heading out the door for tomorrow, especially for this afternoon. This evening rather. We are expecting those cooler conditions, especially along the coast from Galveston to Jamaica Beach, 92, 91 degrees. I think you're going to have to be pretty close to the water on the beach to feel the cooling effect of what it is as you are heading out to Galveston. The tropics are remaining quiet at least for the next 7 days. There's not really much of anything across the Atlantic basin. Just keep in mind that we have a lot of Saharan dust still across the mid-Atlantic. That plume is going to be making its way across the Atlantic Ocean into the Caribbean. There is a chance for us to get some of this dust activity and hazy skies by the end of next week. So we might be back to those hazy conditions, but not as widespread and heavy as what we've seen in the past few weeks. So Tropical Storm Genevieve is the only thing that we're keeping track of in the Pacific Ocean. This has gusts up to 70 miles an hour, west-northwest at 10 miles an hour, actually at 16 miles an hour as it makes its way over open water. They're not dealing with pretty much anything going into the next few days. But as we head into August is just around the corner. We are looking at the development areas for August. So as we take a look at the August development areas, we have to really pay attention to any tropical disturbance that flares up just to the east of the Leeward Islands. If they make that northerly track, of course, they remain over open water. But if they take that southerly track just south of the the island of Hispaniola in Cuba. That usually brings a Gulf storm in some locations, especially as we progress through the month of August. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but it's something to keep an eye on, especially as when we have these tropical updates. If we're talking about a system out in this region west of the Leeward Islands, that's what we really have to keep a close eye on, especially as we head into August and September. So Atlantic hurricane season, the peak date, September 10th. That is really the historically speaking, is when we've seen most of our landfalling hurricanes. I think we've had a good 20 to 25 landfalling hurricanes in the months of August and September since we've started tracking hurricanes in the early 1900s. But of course, that temperature outlook, warmer than normal as we ring in the month of August. For this time of year, usually the high temp at 96 degrees, and we're going to be a few degrees above that heading into our weekend. As far as your 7-day forecast, high temps in the 90s, lows in the 70s. We're expecting those temperatures to remain mostly warm and muggy and humid. Feels like temps still in the triple digits. The only thing that we're going to have to keep track on is the potential for some storms as we head into the latter part of Saturday. Saturday evening, we could see this frontal boundary make its way in from the north and bring us maybe a strong storm or two for some of us, and that could cool some of us off. But in other locations, it might even bring more humid conditions, especially as we head into the evening and overnight hours. So that's what we're tracking, a sweltering hot next 7 days. But some of us might get a little bit of a cool down for tomorrow evening with the chance of a shower or storm with a very weak cold front. And of course, that is our weather forecast for the next 7 days. I'm meteorologist Chris Ramirez, and make sure to tune in later today at 9 p.m. I'm going to have more for you on the tropics and what to expect as we head closer into August and September later on today. And then even at 10 p.m., stay tuned for the KHU 11 news at 10 for the latest news and weather headlines. Have a good and safe rest of your weekend.